37 points, 18 rebounds, and 15 assists. Nikola Jokic delivered an absolutely jaw-dropping performance against the Mavericks. The game kicked off with Jokic quickly getting into rhythm, working a slick two-man game with Jamal Murray. Setting a solid screen, Jokic opened the lane for Murray, who nailed the shot, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Moments later, the Nuggets ran a similar play, but this time, it was Michael Porter Jr. receiving a handoff from Jokic. The defense focused entirely on Jokic as he rolled to the basket, left MPJ completely uncovered for an easy mid-range jumper. The Nuggets kept exploiting this same strategy early on, with Jokic orchestrating every move. Then came another smooth sequence. Jokic catching the ball in space and immediately backing down Gaffin, drawing a quick double team. Without a second's hesitation, he dished it out to Watson, who confidently knocked down the three-pointer, thanks to Jokic's pinpoint pass. With Jokic now setting up Brown, he switched it up, pretending to roll to the basket only to pop back out, completely shaking off Kyrie Irving and draining a triple. It was a beautiful display of deceptive playmaking. The chemistry was undeniable. Peyton Watson's sharp cut forced a defensive error from Powell and Irving, leaving Jokic with a perfect opportunity to find him under the basket for an easy finish. The Nuggets were running circles around the Mavericks, and at the center of it all was Jokic, making every play look effortless. Here are moments when everything seems to stall, and suddenly, Nikola makes magic out of thin air, just like this play. He grabs the ball with one hand and in a split second finds a cutting STW for an easy transition bucket. It's these kinds of plays that turn the tide. Now that Denver has Westbrook in the lineup, Jokic doesn't need to handle the ball constantly. This frees him up to make plays like sealing off the Mavericks defender for a simple, clean finish. But Jokic's value goes way beyond just playmaking. He's always there to clean up the mess. Take this sequence, for example. He not only created the driving lane for Russ, but was right there to put back the missed shot, proving he's always a step ahead. One of his deadliest skills? Grabbing a defensive rebound and instantly firing off a hit-ahead pass. After a fumble by Gafford, Jokic threw a pass as precise as an NFL quarterback, finding Peyton Watson for a perfect finish. It's no wonder defenses have a hard time handling him. He's just as dangerous scoring as he is setting up plays. Take this moment where he took Daniel Gafford to school, easily scoring with a clean hook shot. Denver kept running this play throughout the game because Dallas couldn't adjust, especially when mismatches kept forcing Kyrie Irving onto Jokic. It was a nightmare scenario for Dallas. Kyrie had no business trying to defend the Joker. This sequence showcased the real genius of Jokic, knowing when to make the right pass and when to take matters into his own hands, exploiting every tiny crack in the defense. Off his own missed shot, Jokic pulls off a brilliant move, tapping the ball in a perfect direction, right where he knows a teammate will be waiting. It results in a wide-open three-pointer for Watson. These little plays are what make Jokic's impact so unique. The pick-and-roll with Jokic was a devastating weapon in this game because Dallas kept giving away switches. In one instance, Jokic handed it off to Murray, who took full advantage of the mismatch against Gafford, scoring with ease. It's such a simple play, but it's exactly what makes it so effective. Jokic got the ball down low, baited the defense, and then fired a perfect pass back out to a wide-open Brown, who capitalized with a three. A little later, they ran the play again, only this time it ended with Christian Brown throwing down a wide-open dunk. The Mavericks' defense was all over the place, struggling to handle the attention Jokic demanded. In another instance, they completely left Jokic uncovered, and he punished them without hesitation. Throughout the game, Jokic systematically tore apart the Mavericks' defense. He knew exactly when Dallas would switch, setting up mismatches. When he got Luka isolated on him, even after missing the initial shot, he grabbed his own rebound and drew a foul from Thompson, securing easy free throws. As the third quarter wound down, Jokic started getting aggressive on defense, baiting Dallas into making predictable moves. They doubled him, and he did what he does best, finding the open man. This time, it was a perfect pass to STR in the corner, who drilled the shot. Dallas tried doubling him again, and just like before, it led to the same outcome. Another easy bucket. They fell right into Jokic's trap, and he made them pay every single time. Jokic set up another brilliant play, sending a pass to the near side corner for a Watson triple. As the game went on, it became crystal clear. Dallas had absolutely no idea how to handle the Joker. One moment perfectly captured their confusion. Should they switch, double team, or stay in their spots? They couldn't decide, and it left Jokic with a wide open lane to the basket, which he took advantage of effortlessly. That wasn't even the worst defensive blunder. In another play, both Thompson and Gafford overcommitted to Murray, and Jokic, reading the situation perfectly, held his ground at the top of the arc. The pass came right to him, and he drilled a crucial three-pointer late in the game, It was all about timing and anticipation. Jokic was always 2 steps ahead. His brilliance wasn't just on offense. In a critical moment, he picked off a pass on the defensive end, and even after missing his first shot attempt on the other end, he stayed alert, grabbed his own rebound, and scored, putting the Nuggets back in the lead in the final minutes. When it comes to stopping Jokic, there's simply no right answer. The Mavericks decided to stay home defensively, but Jokic dismantled them anyway, easily outplaying Gafford. Then, when the game was on the line, he made a decisive backdoor cut for a smooth layup, securing the win for Denver. His playmaking was on another level, leaving Dallas scrambling and clueless, time and time again. Jokic's unreal performance of 37 points, 18 rebounds, and 15 assists puts him in rare company. But it's not just about one game. Right now, he's averaging 28.9 points, 13.2 rebounds, 11.3 assists, along with 1.6 steals and 1.1 blocks per game. These numbers are the kind of stats the NBA hasn't seen since Wilt Chamberlain's dominance in the 1960s. Yet, even Wilt's feats don't quite compare to what Jokic is achieving today. Sure, Chamberlain had a season where he averaged an astonishing 50 points and 25 rebounds, but he never averaged a triple-double. Plus, during those years when Wilt was leading the league in scoring, from his rookie season in 1959-60 to the 1964-65 season, he won exactly 0 championships. His ball-dominant style didn't translate into titles, as his teammates were often left out of the offense, struggling to make crucial shots when it mattered. The same story can be told for stars like Russell Westbrook and James Harden in the 2010s. In the 2018-19 season, Harden put up 36.1 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Westbrook had a season averaging a 31-point triple-double, but neither could lead their teams to championships during their prime. They were stat stuffers, but the wins didn't follow. That's where Jokic is different. He's putting up massive numbers and leading his team to victory, even with key players like Aaron Gordon sidelined and a shaky bench. Jokic's style doesn't just fill the stat sheet, it makes everyone around him better. Playing with Jokic is simple. Hit open shots. He'll take care of the rest. Defending Jokic is a nightmare. Stay home and he'll dominate one-on-one in the post, using his turnaround fadeaways, hook shots, or sheer power to get to the basket. Send a double team, and you're playing right into his hands. He'll kick it out to a shooter in an instant. Try blitzing him and he's cool as ever, finding the open man without breaking a sweat. He's also deadly in motion, able to hit moving targets and set up easy buckets with his signature dribble handoffs. Add his incredible screen setting to the mix, and you've got an offensive force that's nearly impossible to stop. Jokic doesn't just rack up stats. He orchestrates the entire game, turning his teammates into threats and making every defensive strategy look futile. Jokic's impact isn't just about offense, his defense is highly underrated. Many TV hosts and media analysts are quick to criticize his defense, but it's hard to see where they're getting that from. Jokic has actually been one of the top defenders in the league in recent years. For the past 4 seasons, he's ranked first in defensive box plus-minus each year. For a player often labeled as a bad defender, those are elite numbers, and it doesn't stop there. Over the last 5 seasons, Jokic has also led the NBA in several advanced metrics: win shares per 48 minutes, overall box plus-minus, offensive box plus-minus, value over replacement player, player efficiency rating, total win shares, and offensive win shares. It's hard to argue against his dominance. He's been the best player in the league over that span. If you go even deeper, using tools like Crafted NBA, his defensive numbers are eye-opening. According to their comprehensive analysis, Jokic is in the 98th percentile for overall defensive impact, and, as expected, he's in the 100th percentile for offense. So, when it comes to naming the best two-way player in the NBA right now, it's hard to overlook Jokic. From a team perspective, the Nuggets had a rough start, losing their first 2 games. But as of now, they're 7-3, sitting at the 4th seed in the Western Conference, with Jokic playing at an unprecedented level. The formula for success is simple. Get 20 points a night from Jamal Murray, 15 from Michael Porter Jr., and let everyone else knock down the open shots that Jokic creates. If this all clicks, Denver can beat anyone in a 7-game series. When they're firing on all cylinders, they're still the most dangerous team in the league. There are concerns, of course. Questions about Jamal Murray's health, how well Russell Westbrook fits, and whether the younger guys can handle their roles. But with Jokic leading the charge, I still see them as title contenders. His game-changing ability makes up for any uncertainties. What about you? Do you think the Denver Nuggets are still the team to beat in the Western Conference? Or have younger stars and rising teams taken the spotlight? Share your thoughts in the comments.